Hello. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. So I'm filming in a different part of my room today and it feels wrong. It feels wrong. But you know what? I also kind of love it. I obviously have new bookshelves that you can't really see behind the beloved TBR cart that's joining me because we are doing, once again, my TBR jar picks. What month is it? My TBR jar picks my reads for the month of June. I'm very excited to create a TBR for this month because I'm demanding that I finish my TBR. I did a pretty good job last month. Didn't finish it. Didn't finish it because I didn't start early enough because I didn't read for like the whole first half of May. So it's my literal mission. Like it is my mission to finish my June TBR. So this right here, this is very important. This is a very important process that we're about to undergo. So let's go ahead and get started. Prompt number 1 is a book with under 400 pages. Okay, so I'm kind of like really in a romance slash thriller mood currently. Honestly, slightly even lit fic, which is like very abnormal for me, I feel like, but I'm starting to venture into that realm. So that's kind of what I'm mostly feeling. So what do I want really? What do I want? Okay, well I know the Wishing Game. There's a lot of stuff on this cart. I know the Wishing Game is really short. She's only 301 pages. Got her last month, 2 months ago. I honestly don't know very much about the premise, but I just feel like based on purely vibes, I actually really think I would love this. So this is definitely a contender. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng is so short. It's what? 292 pages. That is so short. So maybe that. I just found Bunny by Mona Awad in a little free library, and this one feels small, but I don't know that I'm gonna go out of my way to put her on my TBR right this second because I feel like, pretty sure that's like Dark Academia. What else looks short? Oh, and Looking for Alaska, but I don't think I really want to do that. Call Me By Your Name is also pretty short looking, and The Bell Jar. But I think I want to do one of these two. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng is like a family drama where the daughter of a Chinese American family living in the 1970s is found dead. It's kind of like family secrets revealed kind of vibes. I got this out of a little free library, so she's a little bit beat up for sure, a little bit worse for wear. But I am intrigued by that because I've read Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng and I really enjoyed that. And then The Wishing Game, the little sentence at the top of the blurb says, years ago, a reclusive mega best-selling author quit writing under mysterious circumstances. Suddenly, he resurfaces with a brand new book and a one-of-a-kind competition offering a prize that will change the winner's life. Make a wish. Okay, basically it seems like our main character, she's a teacher's aide, she loves reading, she's chosen as one of 4 lucky contestants to compete to win the one and only copy of the book that this reclusive author has written. She has to compete for it, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. This just seems so up my alley. I fear I have to do it. I really think I'm gonna like it. Okay, I think, but I don't know, I also want to do Everything I Never Told You. I'm in a bit of an indecisive mood today, so okay, I think I'm gonna put The Wishing Game on. I actually really am confident that I will love this, and I'm not 100% sure that I'll love this. I think I'll enjoy it regardless, but I'm like very hopeful that I'll like love The Wishing Game. So book number 1, The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. Prompt number 2, we have a book with one of your favorite tropes. So there's like 1 or 2 tropes that I do really enjoy. There's not like, I don't have like a laundry list. Oh, what is happening with this lighting? I don't know where that's coming from. Anyways, there's like a handful of tropes that I know I enjoy. I don't have like any like favorite tropes except for one, which I wasn't thinking of when I first pulled this, but now I do remember that I do really enjoy it. All of that to say, one of my all-time favorite tropes, like any story that has this in it, I'm more than likely going to really enjoy, and that would be found family. I love a story of found family. I love Story of Found Family. So looking at this cart, there's not a ton that I know about any of them, but I'm pretty confident in 2 options. Wings in Ruin by Sarah J Maas, because towards the end of Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second book in the ACOTAR series, we're definitely getting found family vibes. Like everyone was getting closer. We had like a little crew vibe going on. This is just such a chunker of a book. It's actually, you know what? No, yeah, it is. It's like it's over 700 pages, I think. So this is definitely the chunkier option, but I really do want to continue the series before I forget things. And also one of my best friends is about to start reading this. So this is definitely a contender. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo is also a very strong contender. Pretty much all I know about this book, this like duology, is found family. Like that's all I've got. Heist, found family. Yeah. This one is 460 something, so considerably smaller than ACOTAR for sure. And I just added this to my collection, so like it is kind of calling to me. I'm really in a really indecisive mood. I'm in such an indecisive mood, everyone. Okay, I know that this would be the smarter decision because it's part of a series that I've already started and there are people in my real life that like want me to read it. but I want to do this. So I'm gonna. This is gonna be book number 2. Like I said, I really don't know anything about the plot of this, and I kind of don't want to. All I know is it's about like a group of 6 dangerous outcasts completing one impossible heist. Like I said, strong elements of found family. I know there's a romance subplot, and that's really all I've got. I'm just very excited because I have a feeling that I will really enjoy it. So will I come to regret this? Potentially. Will Aquawar end up on my TBR anyways? Potentially. So book number 2. Okay. Prompt number 3. By the way, I think I'm gonna do 7. I'm gonna have my goal be 8 books this month, and I think I can complete it. So I'm gonna pull 7 prompts, and then I actually have book club tomorrow, so I'll be finding out what my 8th book is for the month. Okay. A book with a place in the title. Okay. Starless Sea, does that count as a place? I don't know. Cloud Cuckoo Land sounds like a place. Night Circus seems like a place. A Dark Dark Wood, that's a place. Station 11, looking for Alaska. Firefly Lane. Do I dare do Firefly Lane? Firefly, can't even say Firefly. So wait, what do I have back here? I've got Brooklyn. Wait, that could be crazy. So thinking maybe The Institute by Stephen King. I'm so curious. I just wonder if this is like maybe a bad one to start off with for Stephen King. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's incredibly highly rated, but I just feel like this is not a book that people talk about when they're talking about Stephen King. I'm like wondering if it's not a good idea. I'm between this one and In a Dark Dark Wood, just because I would love to have thriller on there, and that's the only thriller that I physically have. I have Truly Devious, which is a young adult thriller, but that's really the only thriller I have physically right now. So I could do that. However, I could do my first Stephen King, and I'm kind of feeling like I want to. I think I'm gonna. Okay, book number 3 is gonna be The Institute by Stephen King, which is, from my understanding, well, I don't even know how it's classified. What is it classified as? Let's see. This is classified as a horror, thriller, science fiction, fantasy, paranormal mystery. So we got a little bit of everything going on in here. Basically, from my understanding, this is about an institute where children with special abilities like telekinesis, telepathy are abducted and taken to, and the staff is trying to basically extract the force of these extra normal gifts from these children. A little sentence at the bottom of the blurb says, as psychically terrifying as Firestarter and with the spectacular kid power of it, The Institute is Stephen King's gut-wrenchingly dramatic story of good versus evil in a world where the good guys don't always win. So giving dark, a little bit disturbing, fantasy, sci-fi, mystery, thriller. Seems like just a lot. Seems like just a lot of stuff. But I really wanted to try Stephen King for a really long time now. He's like a master of the craft. I'm so curious to know if I like his writing. And even if this maybe isn't like a famous one to start with, I'm intrigued and I think I will enjoy it. I hope I will enjoy it. So book number 3. Okay, book number 4, a book with someone's name in the title. Okay, we have The Unmaking of June Farrow, which I have been dying to get to. Daisy Jones and the Six, Alaska, looking for Alaska. And I think that's it. And I think I know what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. I have been dying to read this ever since I heard Haley Pham talk about it like months and months ago at this point. The cover, gorgeous, and the story is so intriguing to me. Basically, it's about a woman named June Farrow whose family has like a curse where the women in the family eventually go mad, and so she embarks on a journey to figure out what causes this curse, figure out how to solve it, solve her mother's disappearance, and find love. And there's like time travel, which I love a time travel romance. There's just a lot of elements of this that I really think I will enjoy. This is going to be book number 4. Okay, prompt number 5. A dystopian book. I think Station 11 would qualify. I think Powerless would qualify. I kind of think Illuminae would qualify. It's definitely more sci-fi, but I have Scythe, Dance of Thieves, and I think that's it. I don't know. Station 11 is interesting to me because it's definitely more like highbrow literary fiction dystopia, whereas Illuminae is like young adult, and so is Scythe, which I haven't read a dystopian in a long time, but I love them. So Illuminae is so interesting to me, especially because it just feels like it'd be such a quick read because it's a huge book. Like obviously this is a huge hardcover, but it's mixed media. I don't know if you can see like the way that every page is different. I think I'm gonna do Illuminae. I'm really intrigued to see if I like it. Illuminae, if you're not familiar, is a young adult dystopian sci-fi situation that basically it takes place in the year 2575, and it follows our 2 main characters, Katie and Ezra, who are stranded on some spaceship, and they're trying to figure out like who the enemy is, basically. But it says it's told through a fascinating dossier of hacked documents, including emails, schematics, military files, IMs, medical reports, interviews, and more. Illuminate is the first book in a heart-stopping, high-octane trilogy about lives interrupted, the price of truth, and the courage of everyday heroes. So, very excited about this. I found this in a thrift store, and I've been wishing to get to it ever since, so this is gonna be book number 5. Prompt number 6, a book with a 2-word title. I feel like I'm not gonna have very many of these at all. I have Swordcatcher, Fourth Wing, Shatter Me, Truly Devious, which I might do, Station 11, You Again, Romantic Comedy, Firefly Lane, and I think that's really it. So I am really leaning towards Truly Devious, and I don't have any mystery thrillers on the TBR yet, so I think this might be what I go with. I just got this at the thrift store like a couple weeks ago. I really need to take the sticker off. I'm so bad about leaving the stickers on these, and then they end up really messing up the cover when I finally peel them off, which is like really fun, and it's actually happening right now, so I'm gonna come back to that. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. It's a young adult mystery thriller. I think it takes place at a boarding school. The leader of the school, like the head of the school, his wife and daughter are kidnapped. The only clue is a mocking riddle listing methods of murder signed with the frightening pseudonym Truly Devious. Her disappearance became one of the greatest unsolved crimes in history. Many years later, true crime aficionado Stevie Bell is set to begin her first year at the academy, and she's determined to solve this cold case. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, basically this is the first book in a trilogy that follows a young girl that is at this academy, and she is determined to solve this mystery. Very, very Good Girl's Guide to Murder coded, which is like not my favorite series in the whole world, but I do like enjoy myself when I'm reading them, which I feel like is kind of a common thread with like any mystery thrillers for me. So I do think I'll enjoy this. We'll just have to see if I like love it the way that a lot of people seem to. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, book number 6. Okay, and then last one, book number 7, a book with a color in the title. Do I even have anything with a color in the title? Okay, so I don't have anything with a color in the title, but one like immediately comes to mind, mostly because I just watched my friend Maddie's book haul that she posted today, and she mentioned purchasing this book, but I know that it's on Kindle Unlimited, and that would be Indigo Ridge by Daphne Perry, which is like, that series has been on my radar for quite some time now, and I really feel like I'd eat it up. Like, it seems like the perfect kind of like before bed on the Kindle book, so I might do that. I don't know, let's just pull a different prompt and see what it is, and if I hate it, I'm going Indigo Ridge, but let's just see. Ooh, a book with a cover you love. I don't know, this is kind of a good one because obviously I'm trying to get through my physical TBR, and every book that I get off my physical TBR I get to put on display on my shelves, so this is kind of a good one. But honestly, I'm kind of obsessed with several of the covers in this stack. I do love Daisy Jones and the Six. Like, I love this UK version. I think it's really pretty, and I do want to read Just for the Summer next month, and I think that cover is really pretty. Okay, I think I am gonna do a book with a cover I love because I don't own Indigo Ridge, and I'm trying to get through my physical TBR. So we're tabling her for now. Who knows, maybe I'll read it anyways. What's a cover that I love? I mean, I do love the Akatar covers because I love how all the colors like look together when they're all completed. I do actually really like the Everything I Know About Love cover. You can't see it because it's second. Actually, I'm just gonna pull it out. Like, I actually really like the way that this looks. Like, I think it's a very satisfying cover, and this is on my 24 and 2024. Actually, are any of these on my 20? Okay, one of them. I am trying to make headway on my 24 in 2024 list with every month, so I think I'm gonna do one of those, and this is on there. A Little Life is on there, but that is not a summer read at all. So maybe not that. Powerless is on there, Swordcatcher's on there, Fourth Wing's on there, These Violent Delights is on there, All the Light We Cannot See, which I do really like that cover as well. But I think I'm gonna go with Everything I Know About Love because this is one that I've wanted to get to for a long time, and honestly, with the kind of mood that I'm in, like the headspace I've been in lately, I think that this would be like the perfect time for me to like read this throughout the month and like annotate it as I'm reading it. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, which is actually very exciting because I've actually put this on a monthly TBR many times, but like I said, I'm actually trying to get to all of these this month, so in theory, this is her month. If you're not familiar with Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, this is like a memoir slash, I guess, like kind of like self-help situation. I think it's primarily a memoir, but basically like the very last sentence of this little blurb on the back says, like Bridget Jones's diary, but all true. Everything I know about love captures early adulthood in all its terrifying and hopeful uncertainty. Have you ever heard that TikTok sound that's like, everything I know about love I learned from my long-term relationships with women or something like that? That comes from this book, and I love reading about female friendship and reflecting on it and really just thinking about how amazing and special and wonderful it can be. So I do think I'll really enjoy this and really value the insights in it, because if there's one thing that I love about reading, it's when an author can put into words something that you feel so deeply and it's like a core value or truth that you hold, but you've just never seen it like laid bare before. And I fear that will happen in this book, and I fear I will be deeply impacted. So yep. Anyways, okay, that's book number 7. So with that, we have our June TBR, which honestly, not very summery at all, and I will probably be doing some summer reading in the midst of all of this. But I'm excited about every single book that's on this list. So let's just run through them really quickly. So the books that I'll be reading in the month of June are The Wishing Game, Six of Crows, The Institute, The Unmaking of June Farrow, Illuminae, Truly Devious, and Everything I Know About Love. We've got a nice little spread. We've got fantasy, we've got some young adult, some mystery, a memoir. I'm so excited about every single one of these. I have high hopes, I think, every single book on this list. So I'm talking a big game, okay, for this next month. I'm really hoping to take every single one of these off, and we'll find out in my monthly wrap up, I guess. So anyways, okay, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed picking my TBR with me, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye!